Today we will discuss about the triangle. It is the first chapter of the geometry. So what is the definition of triangle? Triangle is three-sided figure. It is a plane closed figure bounded by three line segments. So you can see the figure of triangle. Three line segments are AB, BC and AC. These three line segments are called sides of the triangle. A, B and C are called vertices of the triangle, and these three angles are interior angles of the triangle. If we produce one side BC up to D, then angle ACD, it is called exterior angle. It is called exterior angle. ACB, it is the interior angle, and ACD, it is the exterior angle. If we add both angles, it will make a linear pair. Its sum will be 180 degree straight angle. So we are talking about the triangle. So triangle is a closed plane figure bounded by three line segments. Now we will see how many types of triangles. So there are 6 types of triangle. First, on the basis of sides. On the basis of sides. And next, on the basis of angles. On the basis of angles. So how many types of triangle? On the basis of sides. So on the basis of sides, there are 3 types of triangle. And also on the basis of angles, there are 3 types of triangle. The first one, equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Next one, isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. And third one, scalene triangle. So there are 3 types of triangle on the basis of sides: equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and scalene triangle. What is equilateral triangle? A triangle where all the 3 sides are equal. This is the figure of equilateral triangle. It's all the 3 sides are equal, and each interior angle is also equal, whose measure is 60 degree. So here AB, BC and AC, all 3 sides are equal, and each angle, angle A, angle B, angle C, it is 60 degree. Isosceles triangle. In this triangle, 2 sides are equal. 2 sides are equal. A, B, C. Suppose AB and AC are equal. AB is equal to AC. So equilateral triangle. In this triangle, all the 3 sides are equal. Isosceles triangle, any 2 sides will be equal. But scalene triangle, no side is equal. No side is equal. Means all the 3 sides are different. All the 3 sides are different. So there are 3 types of triangle on the basis of sides. Now we will see 3 types of triangle on the basis of angles. So first one, acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. Next one, right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. And third one, obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle. So what is acute angle triangle? A triangle whose each interior angle is acute. Acute means less than 90 degree, between 0 and 90. So A, B, C, all the three angles are acute. All the three angles are acute. Right angle triangle, a triangle in which one angle is 90 degree. A triangle in which one angle, here angle B is 90 degree. So right angle triangle is a triangle in which one angle is 90 degree. In a triangle only one angle is 90 degree possible. No, a triangle cannot have two angles 90 degree, because we know that sum of three angles is 180. So only one angle may be 90 degree, not more than one. And obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle is a triangle in which one angle is obtuse. Here angle B is obtuse. Obtuse angle means angle greater than 90 but less than 180. So here angle B is obtuse. Angle B is obtuse. So we have discussed here triangle and different types of triangle. Three on the basis of sides and three on the basis of angles. In any triangle only 190 degree angle is possible. In any triangle only one angle may be obtuse angle. Not more than one angle may be obtuse in a triangle, because we know that sum of all the three angles is 180 degree. So these are the types of triangle, classification of triangle. Now we will discuss what are the medians and altitudes of the triangle. So next topic is median. Next topic is median. What is median of a triangle? So firstly take a triangle ABC. ABC is any triangle. If we join the midpoint of any side of the triangle, suppose D is the midpoint of BC, and join this midpoint to its opposite vertex A, then this line segment AD, it is called median. D is the midpoint of. So a line segment joining the midpoint of one side of a triangle to its opposite vertex is called median. Again listen. Line segment joining the midpoint of one side to its opposite vertex is called median. So AD is median. We can take the midpoint of AC, suppose it is E, join its opposite vertex B, BE is also median. Similarly, we can take the midpoint of AB, that is F, join it with the opposite vertex C. So there are three medians, BE, AD and CF. AD, BE and CF. These are median. There are three medians in a triangle. All these medians intersect at one point. Suppose this point is G. This point is called centroid. This point is called centroid. So what is centroid? Intersection of the median. Centroid is what? It is intersection of the medians. Centroid is the intersection of all the three medians of a triangle. So I think it is clear what is median. Line segment joining the midpoint of any one side of a triangle to its opposite vertex. That is called median. I am not writing the definition here. What is the property of this centroid? The centroid divides the median in 2:1 from vertex 2 and from the base 1. So AG 2 and GD 1. We can write here centroid divides a median in 2:1. So AG ratio GD, it will be 2:1. AG ratio GD, it will be 2:1. Means GD is just half of AG. If AG is 10 centimeter, GD will be 5 centimeter. 2:1. So this is about the median. Now we will see altitude of the triangle. Next topic, altitude of the altitude. So what are altitude? Again we will take a triangle ABC. If we draw the perpendicular from A on its opposite side BC, AD is perpendicular to BC. AD is perpendicular to BC. So this AD is called altitude. Altitude means height of the triangle. So if we draw the perpendicular from any vertex to its opposite sides, then length of this perpendicular is called altitude. So here AD is perpendicular to BC, length of AD is called altitude. Measure of altitude. Similarly, we can draw from next vertex B on the side AC. Suppose it is also perpendicular. B is the altitude corresponding to the side AC. And from C, we can draw the perpendicular on the side AB. F. So how many altitudes are there? AD, BE, CF. These three are altitudes of triangle. Altitudes of. Again we see that these three altitudes intersect at one point. These three intersect at one point, and suppose this point is O. It is called orthocenter. Orthocenter. Orthocenter means intersection of altitudes. Intersection of altitudes of a triangle. All these three altitudes, all these three heights meet at point O. This point O is called orthocenter. So this is about altitude of the orthocenter may lie inside the triangle, may lie outside the triangle, okay, or on the triangle. Orthocenter, in case of obtuse angle triangle, orthocenter will lie outside the triangle. Suppose ABC, it is obtuse angle triangle. Angle means obtuse. How we can draw from the vertex A? How we can draw perpendicular from vertex A on the side BC? We cannot draw the perpendicular like this. We cannot draw like this because this angle cannot be 90. So we will produce BC, and from A we will draw the perpendicular. AD is the height corresponding to the side BC. Similarly, if we have to draw from C on AB, we will produce it. and draw the perpendicular like this. From B, we have to draw perpendicular on side AC. We can draw the perpendicular like this. If we produce it, these three altitudes meet at this point O. It is called orthocenter. Orthocenter. So orthocenter may lie outside the triangle also. It is not necessary that it will always lie inside the triangle. Altitude also may lie outside the triangle. In case of right angle triangle, suppose ABC is a right angle triangle, angle B is 90 degree. So AB is perpendicular to BC. AB is the altitude corresponding to the side BC, and BC is the altitude corresponding to the side AB. So these altitudes meet at point B. From B, we will draw the perpendicular on opposite sides AC like this. So this point B, it will be the orthocenter. AB, BC and BD, these three altitudes meet at point B. It is about the altitude of triangle, and intersection of altitude is called orthocenter. It may lie inside or outside the triangle. Next one, circumcenter. Circumcenter and circumcircle. Circumcenter and circumcircle of a triangle. So what is circumcenter? Suppose ABC is a triangle. How we can define circumcenter? We will draw the perpendicular bisector of side BC like this. Draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. And then we will draw the perpendicular bisector of AC. All these bisectors meet at point O. All these bisectors of these three sides meet at point O. So listen again. To find circumcenter, we will draw the perpendicular bisector of BC. You know how to bisect a side BC? Taking B as center, more than half of radius, we will draw one arc downside, one arc upside. With the same radius, take C as center. Draw one arc upside and downside, both arcs cut at these 2 points, joining by dotted lines. Similarly, we can draw the perpendicular bisector of AB and AC. These three bisectors meet at O. This point is called circumcenter. This point is called circumcenter. So what is circumcenter? It is the intersection of perpendicular bisector of all the three sides. Intersection of perpendicular bisectors of all the three sides of a triangle is called circumcenter. It's called circumcenter. So intersection of perpendicular bisectors of all the three sides of a triangle is called circumcenter. Now what is circumcircle? A circle which passes through all the three vertices of the triangle is called circumcircle. A circle which passes through all the three we will join it to A, O to A, or O to B, or O to C we can join. All are equal. So taking O as center and OB as radius or OA as radius, we will draw a circle. Taking O as center, OA as radius, we will draw a circle. Or you can take O as center, OB as radius, OC as radius. We will draw a circle which will pass through these three vertices. So this circle is called circumcircle. Circumcircle. So a circle which passes through all the three vertices is called circumcircle. How we can draw it? Firstly, draw the perpendicular bisector of all these three sides to get circumcenter. Join O to these three vertices and taking O as center and OB, OC or OA radius, we can draw a circle. It will pass through the points A, B, C, which is known as circumcircle. So here OA, OB is equal to OC. It is circumradius. Radius of circumcircle. So in this way we can draw the circumcircle. Next topic is incircle. In center and incircle. In center and incircle. See what is in center? Again we will take a triangle ABC. To find in center, we will draw the angle bisectors. So bisect this angle B. First take B as center and any radius we will draw one arc. Take this point center and this point center. Draw one arc. These two arcs meet at this point. We will join it. This is the angle bisector. Similarly, we can bisect angle C. Join it. Similarly, we can bisect angle A. These three angle bisectors meet at point I. These three angle bisectors meet at the point I. This point I is called incenter. Intersection of angle bisectors. Incenter is what? Intersection of angle bisectors. So intersection of these three angles bisectors meet at point I, which is called incenter. Now we have to draw incircle. So from the point I, we will draw perpendicular either on side BC or AC or AB. So how we can draw? Taking I as center and any radius, we will draw an arc which will cut BC at 2 points. These 2 points. N. Taking I as center and any suitable radius, we will draw an arc which will meet BC at 2 distinct points M and N. Now taking M as center and a suitable radius, draw one arc down side, and N as center with the same radius, draw another arc. Both arcs meet here. Suppose it is K. Now we will join I to K. Like this. So below the side BC, we have to join it by dotted lines, and up to side BC, we can make it with continuous line. So this is the perpendicular. We can name here P. So taking I as center and IP as radius. I as center, IP as radius, we will draw a circle. It will touch all the three sides of the triangle. I as center and IP as radius, we will draw a circle. It will touch all the three sides of the triangle. this circle is called incircle. And what is IP? IP is radius of incircle. IP radius of incircle. In this way we can draw incircle of a triangle. So it was center and incircle. Next point, we know that the theorem sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. How we can prove it? So let us take a triangle ABC. Let us take a triangle ABC. Now through point A, through the vertex A, we will draw a line parallel to BC. So through A, draw a line parallel to BC. Suppose this line is M. So here M is parallel to BC. So we can write here through A, drew a line MN parallel to BC. This is the construction. Through A, drew a line MN parallel to BC. It is the construction. Suppose this angle is 1, this angle is 2, this angle is 3. So what will be angle 1? Angle 1 will be equal to angle ABC, means angle B. So we can write angle 1 is equal to angle B. Angle 3 is equal to angle C. Region alternate angle. These two sides are parallel and AB is transversal. So 1 and B, these two are interior alternate angle. 3 and C, these are alternate angle. So both are equal. Angle 1 plus 2 plus 3. Angle 1 plus 2 plus 3, it will be straight angle. Angle 1 plus 2 plus angle 3, it will be 180 degree. Region straight angle. What is angle 1? We can write here B. Angle B. Angle 2, see the figure, it is angle A. And angle 3 is equal to angle C, 180 degree. So we can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. It is also called angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property means sum of all the three interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So in this way we can prove it. We will prove one more theorem. So let us see one more theorem. In a triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. In a triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. So see what are opposite interior angles. Let us suppose ABC be a ABC is a given triangle. Produce BC up to D. So this angle ACD, it is the exterior angle. Interior opposite angle. For exterior angle ACD, interior opposite will be A and B. These two angles are interior opposite angle for exterior angle AC. So we have to prove exterior angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle B. Exterior angle is ACD is equal to sum of these two opposite interior angles. How we can prove it? So through the point C, we will draw a line CM parallel to BA, parallel to BA. So it is construction through C, drill a ray CM parallel to BA. Parallel to BA, we have drawn a ray C. Suppose this angle is 1 and this angle is 2. BA and CM both are parallel. So angle A and angle 1 both will be equal. Region alternate interior angle. So angle 1 is equal to angle A, region alternate angle. Alternate and angle 2, this angle 2 and angle B both are equal. These two lines are parallel and BD is transversal. So angle B and angle 2 are equal corresponding angle. Angle 2 is equal to angle B corresponding angle. Adding both angle 1 plus angle 2, it will be equal to angle A plus angle B. See the figure. What is the sum of angle 1 and angle 2? If we add 1 and 2, we will get angle ACD, which is exterior angle. So we will get exterior angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle. So we have to prove this result. Angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle. So it is the second theorem. In a triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior